How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, tonight is a very, very special occasion, a very special celebration, and it's not too often that one actually celebrates godparents. At least I've not seen that so often. So it's really, really special for the family. And I'm going to ask you again, how's everybody doing tonight? Dinesh bhai, maja aayi? Rajul bhai, maja aayi? Okay, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, it's such a pleasure to have all of you here in this beautiful Ritz-Carlton. And the family especially is very, very thankful to have all of you here tonight. It's a very special occasion for the family, and they would request everyone's love, everyone's attention, everyone's love is requested tonight. And let's get the event started.
Thank you, everyone, for all of you, just get together over here, and I think we just try to get these things done in about 4 weeks. So in such a short notice, that I think me and Mitesh, we were just talking, we met and thinking, we should celebrate Mama's birthday. And it was just exact 4 weeks ago. It was Saturday, right? And within 4 weeks, we got all this stuff done. So thank you again for all of you, just to be here. Dharod, we are very, very appreciative of you, And I know Sean has put in a lot of work, creating a lot of this stuff you see on the wall, this, and some plaque. We went to the plaque like almost so many times back and forth. We got all that stuff done. And then Barbara, look at how much, stuff she has done and everything. So thank you, Barbara, so much. Thank you, Mitesh, Anand, and Mommy, to, brought up my heart that led us to this event, to the Dharod family. Thank you so much. If you look at it, Mama and Mommy, that has the 3 mom in that word. We call Mama and Mommy, and then truly, to all of us, they are our godparent. They have done so much for all of us, That's all, like when I'm with him and all that stuff, he says, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, And I tell Mama that you don't have to do any of this stuff. You just put your hands on us, give us your blessing, and we'll be good, His vision is to all of us to get closer. And money cannot buy these things, And we all are happy, and, we have all been prospered, That we all have achieved in this life. We are taking family in general. We have realized we have come a long way. We all have been prosper, and we all are independent. Mama and Mommy taught us so many things without us that we will ever realize. I doubt we come close to understanding what they did for us. What you can achieve as individual is exponential. Like today again, look around each of us, and I know each of us, we all can do this. What Mama and Mommy has done for us. Closer. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Ravi Abang. Before I say anything else, I wanted to touch the feet of my God. I'm just going to say a few words. The thing is that I'm over here in the United States, obviously, because when I met my wife Meena, I married to her, I came over here, but before that one, she is over here because of Dinesh Bhai and Rajul Bhabi. I thank you very much because whatever I have got in my life in the United States over here, I cannot put it in the words. When I had a time, I was coming over here with my family all the time with Mitesh, Anand and all that one. We used to, Mitesh and Anand, they were like that tall. And we've been together, and I remember especially the dog Buffy. You remember Buffy? You know. So, no, I thank you because Dinesh Bhai used to love Buffy so much that I still remember the way, the time we spent with Dinesh Bhai, Rajul Bhabi, and the Buffy, and obviously Mitesh and Anand and all that one. Those are the memories that we had. Our godparent over here. You know, there is no words that I can put it together how thankful I am to you, Dinesh Bhai, that because of you, I have this wonderful whole family around over here. And I thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to say a few words on this happy occasion. For those who do not know me, I am Shantilal, Rajul Ben's younger brother. First of today is Dinesh Bhai's birthday. Please join me in wishing him a very happy birthday. Secondly, I would like to recognize and thank Harshad Bhai and his family for organizing and hosting this get-together. It is such a thoughtful gesture to celebrate everything Dinesh Bhai and Rajul Ben have done for each of their respective families. After finishing her MA and PhD from Bombay University, Rajul Ben came to US to pursue her MBA degree at Syracuse University in New York State. Through one of her roommates, Rajul Ben met Dinesh Bhai, who was working in Syracuse at that time. After receiving the blessings and approval from the elders of their respective families, they got married and started their journey. They settled first in Poughkeepsie, where they both were working for IBM. Eventually, they migrated to Los Angeles. They started their small business in the food service industry while working here. As we all know, the rest is history. But along the way, they also kept their extended family bonds strong and started helping their siblings and their families immigrate to the US. I have a personal debt of gratitude to them both, as they have helped my family immigrate to the US in the mid-1980s. I thank and salute them for all the selfless help they have done for their extended families throughout their journey. I wish them both a very happy and healthy retired life. Thank you.
Friends and family, it's so good to see so many of you here today. There's some of you that we haven't seen in Vera said hi to you, but some of you I haven't seen in years, and some of you I haven't seen in decades. It's nice to have an event. Gaka, thanks for putting this together to bring us all together here today. So as I was putting some words together today, I started with thank you, and I was thinking about all the thank yous, but then I realized there's something much bigger, and that's a legacy and a responsibility. And I'll come back to that in a second. But on the thank yous, thank you both for all the sacrifices that you made for all of us here in this room today. We're all here, we all have these amazing lives and all these opportunities in front of us because of all the sacrifices you made for us. Thank you for that. Thank you both for all the things that you directly and indirectly taught all of us. So some of the things that you taught my parents that I've learned from my parents, thank you for that. Thank you for inspiring them. Just last week, my mom, Rajul Mami, was talking about you last week. You remember that? And so thank you for all the teachings and the inspiration that you've given us. Rajul Mami, thank you for treating Dinesh Mama and our side of the family like your family. And thank you for creating a expectation for the rest of us here in this room to treat our spouse's family and the rest of our own family here in this room like our own family. That's what you did for us, and it's our responsibility, the rest of us here, to make sure we continue that legacy. There's so many of us here today that get to thank you, but there's so many more people who will be a part of this family coming forward who can't, who aren't born yet, who aren't a part of the family yet, who don't get to say thank you. So on the behalf of them, thank you for them as well. The biggest thank you, though, is for creating a legacy for all of us, a legacy of family, success, growth. And with that legacy, you've created a responsibility for all of us. That responsibility is to continue to grow the legacy that you've created about family and making sure we pay that forward. And I'm committing to you on the behalf of everyone here that we're going to make you proud. So thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Narendra Shah, and I will go back in the past. Dinesh and I go a long way. I have known him for 53 years. First of all, happy 84th birthday, and wish you all a good health. Thank you. Yeah. And I and Dinesh go a long way back. Good friends and relative. Relative being I'm his brother-in-law. I'm married to his sister Jayanti, known as Sonal. And she was the first of the siblings to come to USA that he sponsored. So appreciate that. Okay. And now a little bit of story about how Raju and Dinesh met. They say pairs are made in heaven, right? Jodis are made in heaven. So they were destined to be together. And that what happened, Dinesh used to work for IBM in Fulton, and I was working for IBM in Poughkeepsie. And usually, most of the weekend in summer, I used to go to Syracuse, and with my friends, we used to do some kind of outing. So one weekend, I think somewhere in 1969, we were planning to go on a boat ride, and because of IBM assignment, I couldn't go. So they invited Dinesh. He lived in Fulton. They had to have one more person there, so they invited Dinesh. And of course, Rajul was already part of the group. So this is how they met first time. And then they've been married. After that, they married. Other thing I will tell you, I'm proud to say that I may be the only one witness to their wedding. Anybody can claim that? Okay. So they got married in Syracuse, 1969 or 1970, I don't remember exactly. But in those days, there were no event planners. The budget was tight, and there were no caterers. Yet we had a nice celebration, and I can vouch that they properly married Hindu rites with a priest there. You know, char fera farine. So I was witness to that. And in those days, you know, with no planner and no nothing, all the friends, they decorated the hall, they cooked the food, and we had a big, nice celebration. Right? We remember all those days. I took lots of pictures, but I have to find them. I don't know where I kept them. Again, happy birthday and Jai Swaminarayan. And Harshad, thank you for hosting this grand party. Attention to detail is amazing. I know your event planner Barbara did lots of work, but you and your team and Sean and everybody who did fantastic job. And I can see that you appreciated what Mama did for you. And this is really nice. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Better.
I just want to start by first reading it because this plaque, because it was hard to understand when Harshad was going. But I just want to read it for you, Dinesh. To all our children, sometimes kids don't get it, the little things that come straight from our heart. Like when we give words of advice or when we put a hand on your shoulder. Whenever our children have felt nervous or unsure about something, we have consistently been there to lend a helping hand and give comforting advice. We have made all of you feel safe and secure. Now you are all grown up. You have finally caught on to the fact that we chose to meet your needs over our own without expecting anything in return. We sacrificed our life so you all could enjoy yours. Bringing our family to the USA was not an easy task, but we are glad that we did it. You are not children anymore. Now it is your time to be adults. It is your turn to inspire a new generation of our family. I think I didn't really spend too much time with, Dinesh, Mama, and Mommy, but from all the stories that I've heard and everything like that, I know that Mama was great at facilitating, making things happen, and just doing the right thing. And he was almost like the glue that kept everything together. And it's not really like Harshad that brought us here together today. It's really you guys. So I want to thank you guys for that. That's it.
Thank you all for being here tonight. It's a pleasure of mine to see so many friends, family, and friendly, familiar faces. To some extent, it's a little bit of a blast from the past. I've been the beneficiary of having a tremendous mentor, example, guiding light from both my parents. I had the opportunity to struggle and suffer and fail. And those things didn't keep me down, and they didn't hold me back, because I had the support of two great parents, of two great mentors, two great people who cared and loved me very, very much. Not so much that they weren't gonna stop me from failing, or from falling, or from making the wrong decision, because those are the things that lead each and every one of us to learn and improve and become better people, better at what we do, better parents, siblings, sons, daughters, brothers, sisters. And so I stand here today thankful, appreciative. I really feel as though I won the lottery, because today I get to look around and see so much of my family. And when I say that, I say it in the terms that Chris referred to earlier, which is family is a big tent. It includes everybody. It's not just the family from my namesake. It's not just the Gala family. It's the entire family. And I would even say that family extends to so many of us that grew up together, that are close friends. I know that there are many here today whom I knew at the Jain Center or at the Swaminarayan Mandir. We grew up together and we played together, and today I candidly can tell you that I've known them longer than I've known so many others. They've been friends of mine for 40 years. It's a blessing. Very few people in this world can count those blessings. So today, I can only say this is the greatest life I could have ever imagined. It's exceeded every one of my dreams, my expectations. This is just an amazing day, and thank you all for being here. And again, all of this, I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate and thank my parents. And I know that that example that they have shown through action, through behavior, is one that has imprinted upon me, that I see the results of what their behavior, their role model, their modeling has resulted in. And it's amazing. And I hope that I am so lucky as to have done so much for others that they have done for each and every one of us. So thank you all very much for being here, and thank you all.
Hey guys, lots of speeches tonight. It's always to be expected when you get that many Indians in one room. They love their speeches. I want to try to break it up a little bit, but before I do, I want to express a very heartfelt thank you to Chetna and Harshad. Without the two of them, I think none of this would be possible. And in life, it takes two. So I want to make sure that I say thank you, to both of them. I think it's very important. Now, I was going to tell you guys, we're all lucky. I mean, I think there's too many people in the room here that candidly are too young to really understand what anybody's talking about up here on the stage. You can't have gone through this life experience. You don't know what it was like to grow up when your siblings had malnutrition. You don't know what it's like to go to a new country where you don't know anyone. You're not speaking your native language. People spit at you because you're different. And we're talking in the 1960s, so the world has changed a lot. And you see things nowadays on TV. Young folks are very engaged in different social causes, and rightly so. But it's the road that they traveled was not even a road. It was a hell, really, that they persevered through. And I just want to maybe share a couple minutes with you and tell you who these people are up here, not their history and what they did and where they went to school. But I want to tell you, my parents were one of the first franchisees of Jack in the Box in the early 1980s. So that's great. But my brother and I started working in the restaurant when we were really, really young. I was 13 years old when I started working at Jack in the Box. And I can tell you one day, a lot of people drive by Jack in the Box, right? You see these buildings. Well, there's actually a box in Jack in the Box. It's above the kitchen. There's like a room up there. It's like the office where they store all the cups and stuff like that. Sunil asked me one time, or I think it was Chris was with us too. We were driving around in Dallas one day, and he said, or Chris asked me actually. He said, was it hard having all these families, live with you when you were growing up? And I said, it kind of was hard, but because I didn't understand anything. I was too young to understand. All I knew was there was all these different people that were always living in our house, and you never had your room and all that kind of stuff that you think is, now you get older, you realize it's petty and stupid. But as a kid, you didn't really understand the full value, of that, and all the relationships. I mean, it was really a gift. It wasn't at all a burden. It was totally different, the opposite of what I might have thought when I didn't understand it. And my mom, I talked to her many times. I said, why did you leave India? And she came from a great family. She was pretty well-to-do. And, I think all the women here will understand. She left India because she said, in India, if you're a well-educated woman, it's not an advantage at that time. You find very hard to find anybody that would want you to marry you because men didn't value educated women. She said, I knew that if I didn't get out of India, my dad was going to get me married off, and that was the end of my education. She got accepted to Princeton and Syracuse University. And I said, why would you go to Syracuse? You go to Princeton. She said, because Syracuse started 4 weeks earlier, and my dad could change his mind at any time. And I had to get out as quickly as possible. So that's a fact. 28. She was 28. 28. And anyway, what she had in her heart was she wanted to get an education. She had a PhD already, which is very uncommon for a woman in the 1960s in India. Okay? She left India and she came to the United States and went to Syracuse University and got an MBA in the 1960s. I mean, I don't even know how many women were in the MBA class in the 1960s at Syracuse. Right? So the 3 things that you need if you really want to make it, if you want to be like these two, and if you're so lucky, you could be 10%. Is you need heart, you need courage, and you need a brain, you need education. So my dad, even after the last stroke, he said, the first thing he kept telling me, all the time I would meet him in the hospital every day, he would say, tell everyone, no matter what, make sure you pursue your education. Education is what got me out of India. Education is what lifted everybody up. Education is the reason that we all became successful. And his greatest wish is that we all become educated. This is what he told me. And so thank you guys for listening to me. Ramble on a little bit there more than I wanted to.
Thank you everyone for coming here. Every single person here is family to me, and each one of us, each other. I am just so happy to see all of you. And, it took quite a while or some time. Me and Harshad probably thought about this, having something like this for maybe a decade or so. And it finally is here tonight. And, it is, as much as everybody said what Dinesh Mama and Mommy has done for us, I think we understand maybe 1% of it. But, my 2 favorite words are Dinesh Mama. Those are, just whenever I say that, it just takes me in a different world. It started with him, and I heard a lot from my mom. When I was little in school, I don't remember seeing Dinesh Mama. But if I had some argument or something that I had to be proud of and say something to someone, I would tell my friends or people in the school, my Dinesh Mama is in foreign. I didn't know America. I didn't know where he was. But, I used to tell my friends, my mama is in foreign. Once again, I love all of you here, and thank you. Thank you, Dinesh Mama. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama, Mommy. Happy birthday. And like everybody said, I'm trying not to get emotion. And the whole credit goes to Mommy. Like Sunil said, Mama goes to work IBM. On her break, she takes her around Fox Hill Mall So we all work in Jack 234, started our career, right? So there are some few friends, they were our boss. They are in the room, right there. Look at this son of a gun. Excuse my language. And there's another gentleman. Where's Adele? He's sitting right there. Adele Farag was my assistant manager. So I didn't get to work with her. My dad, but Harshad and my dad were the good team. Yeah. So like Harshad said, so I'm going to cut short. So Jean Prasad Building, Mulund.
Sure, your time is over now.
No, shut up. Harshad, go away. No, you and I'm going to now, no, hey, look what I'm drinking.
I know.
So.
That's why.
There you go. So you cannot shut me down now. So Ganga Jal cannot, So, we all look where we are right now. Among our few cousins, what we have done, all credit goes to these two humans. That's the bottom line. And that no one was going to take away, and there's a lot of pressure and responsibility on now to the second generation and third generation. What we had achieved, what we have done.
Namaste everybody. I came to know Dinesh Gala through Acharya Sri Chandana ji. And what a beautiful way I got to meet him. And whenever Acharya Sri Chandana ji would come to my house, he would come from morning 8 o'clock till evening 8 o'clock. So it was my privilege to spend time with him, to know who Dinesh Bhai, who is Dinesh Mama is. And I really thank him, especially from the bottom of my heart, to introduce Osho to me. So I just want to say thank you.
Hi guys.
This is the third generation. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I was told I only got a minute, so I'll be fast, I promise. Shout out to all the other speeches. Amazing. 10 out of 10. I just want to say, my grandparents are two of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my entire life. I respect the hell out of them. They've always told me the priority in life is to get an education. My grandma, literal definition of a girl boss, for those of you who know what that is. She has always told me that doesn't matter, any boys you meet in your life, literally second to you, you are the priority. Focus on yourself, focus on education. You should only depend on yourself because you're all that really matters. And I really appreciate that she told me that, because that's honestly half the reason I value my self-worth and self-love so much. And I love my grandparents. They're two of literally the coolest people that I've ever met. And I don't know where I would be if they hadn't been around so much when I was growing up. For those of you that don't know, they literally live down the street from me. So I just walk over there whenever I come home from school, and they're always so excited to see me, and they're so supportive of my decisions. I got my nose pierced and I was really worried about what they were gonna say, and they were like, "Leela, it looks so great. We're so glad you did it." And I was like, "Thank you." I just wanted to say thank you, and I love you guys. And thank you for being amazing.
But I'm really thankful just to have both of you in my life. I think just being able to grow up with you and have so many memories with you is something that I'm so grateful for. And both of you have just been a really big inspiration to me, to my brothers, to Leela, to Amu. And I think you inspire all of us to do the same, to reach whatever potential we see in ourselves, and to make whatever positive impact we can, and to pay it forward just like you guys have always done, and to try to do as much good as we can for the world and leave behind something positive. So thank you both very much. I love you.
Like Harshad was saying, I think you guys gave a lot of gifts to people, but your true gift is that you gave everyone, you had an amazing vision for everyone here, and it's something that I can't even describe, put into words. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Your 1 minute is over.
Hi everyone, my name is Avinash. So I was thinking while everyone was talking about when I got the mic, what was I going to come up here and say? And everyone so far has talked about the foundation that Bandada have laid for all of us here, and it is very true. They've inspired all of us and given us the tools that we need to, like my dad talked about earlier, push through all the obstacles that we're going to face in our lives. But instead of focusing on that, I wanted to talk about just keep it light and talk about a couple of stories. And I also know I have until those candles burn out, which it's looking like they're burning out, so I better go quick. The first is of Dada, and is actually at Neha's wedding several years ago. I remember Didi, there was a table outside the venue, and Didi left her phone on the table. And we were all mingling and starting to head out from the wedding, and I was like, I wanted to hide Didi's phone, and I didn't know what to do. And so Dada looked at me, and he goes, and so I handed my phone to Dada, and he hid it behind his back, and it was awesome. And I'll talk about the morals of the story in just a second. There are morals to these stories. The second one is a story of Ba. So this is especially for the young people here. Does anyone here know the brand Supreme? Have you heard of Supreme before? Okay, so a Supreme t-shirt costs like $50, very expensive. And there is no chance that anyone in my family would let me spend that much on a t-shirt. So I remember there was one, I think it was a birthday, it was a Christmas, and Ba embroidered a bootleg Supreme t-shirt for me by herself. Okay, so now the two morals of these stories. The first one is, in whatever you're doing in life, make sure you're having fun doing it. And the second one is, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. And those are the two things that Bandada have instilled in me throughout my life. And I'm very proud of them. I love them very much. Okay, thank you.
So everyone's talked a lot about all the big things they've done, sponsoring the family to come here. I just want to focus in on some of like the small things they've done. One of the ways like they show a lot of love to us is through food. So every time we would go to their house, Dada would have like a watermelon cut up for us, and he'd have Haagen-Dazs ice cream stored in the fridge for whenever Amu and I came over. And Ba would like make me shiro all the time because I love shiro, you know. But like just seeing today through all the speeches how they turn their struggles to successes, I think gives like all of us, especially like the younger people in the family, it gives us the drive to keep going and continue the legacy they've made. So thank you, Ba and Dada.
Love you,
Okay, cool. So I just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. And, I just want to say that we're not here because of how much money Mama has made or what he's accomplished in his career. We're here because of what he's done for others. Someone once told me that you should never judge a man by what he has, but by what he gives. And if you look around this room, Mama has touched every person in this room in some way, shape, or form. And though tonight may be bittersweet, as Mama grows a little older, I see so much beauty and opportunity in it. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever. We have a mentality from Mama that we should hold on to forever. Thinking about others, never leaving anyone behind, loving unconditionally. Family, family, family. For Mama, we don't just honor him tonight. We pay respect to him from this day moving forward by seeing how we can help everyone in this room become greater. We have a great responsibility on our shoulders and to carry on such a golden tradition. And though it won't be easy, nothing ever worth doing ever is. As we move forward, let's carry on this tradition so that one day the little ones here are compelled to throw us something just as special for us when it's our time. And more importantly, we inspire them to carry on the tradition and do the same for their families as Mama did for all of us. I just want to say that though I don't speak to all of you as much as I should, I want you to know that I love you all, and that my commitment to you guys is that if you ever reach out to me, I'll be here for you, and whatever you guys need, I'll assist you with. let's commit to the next 80 years being greater than the past 80 years were. Thank you, Mama and Mommy, for the inspiration. I love you guys, and let's keep the night going.
ਚੱਲੀਆਂ ਮੋਰਨੀ ਬਣ ਕੇ